Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another news video talking about Yoshi P visiting Chocobo server on New Year's Day and basically answering questions from fans from around the world who visited and said hello. As you can see, there's some pictures of the meetup. Yoshi P likes to do this every year, and there's some interesting answers to some interesting questions. We're also not only going to rely on this broken translation thanks to Google on the Livedoor.blog Japan website, which I'll link in the description. We're also using the unofficial translation from the unofficial Final Fantasy XIV Discord. That will also be linked in the description, so please go and give those some love. Full credit to them for their translation, because I have absolutely no idea what this would say otherwise. So this is all about the future of Final Fantasy XIV, and obviously posted on New Year's Day. There's a lot of interesting things. So first of all, you'll notice that on the Chocobo server, they went to Costa del Sol, this beautiful, idyllic place, and everybody was on their snake mounts, apparently, their Alta Roite, and Yoshi P was there to answer some questions. So let's read through this then. We'll read the translation officially, but there are some very interesting parts of this. The first thing then is basically Ozma-san basically saying that Ozma-san enjoyed doing the Chaotic Alliance raid, and Mr. Ozma Nakagawa-san is happy to hear your comments. A lot of people have been very, very happy with the Chaotic Alliance raid, myself included, although Party Finder is obviously a mixed bag when it comes to things. But yes, obviously it's been an interesting year, and Yoshi P says, quote, "Smoking is my driving force." So, yeah, without context, but they do also say to smoke in moderation. So there we go. Let's get to the questions then. First one, please tell me the wine you enjoyed this year. Yoshi P says, the wine I enjoyed this year was a red wine called Bread and Butter. It's Pinot Noir, but it's rich and delicious, and all the varieties are good. It's about 3,000 yen, so please enjoy it. So if you wanted a recommendation from Yoshi P on what wine to try, Bread and Butter apparently is a wine. Yeah, okay, there we go. And obviously this is the sort of how the thing started, kind of like an icebreaker, and then we get to actual questions about the game. The second question, what do you prefer, Yoshida-san? Eel or sushi? Yoshi P says, between eel and sushi, I prefer eel by a small margin. Amazing. Will there be an update for the deserted island? Okay, so we're moving straight on to actual questions about the game. Obviously, deserted island, this is Island Sanctuary. Yoshi P says, we want to, but we're now fully into cosmic exploration right now, so that content will come first. That's the official, the better translation from the unofficial Discord. On here, Google says I would like to update the deserted island, but right now I'm putting all of my money into planetary exploration, so that will come first. I prefer this answer. It sounds more like an Elon Musk answer. But yes, it looks like they're putting all of their effort into cosmic exploration. So if you wanted a good idea of lifestyle content to compare it to, I guess the deserted island / Island Sanctuary is a good place to start. So who knows what it'll be like. It'll be quite interesting for sure. The next question, where would you go for Hatsumode? Hatsumode, says Yoshi P. Some place where a silver ball rolls down. So if you wanted some context for this, Aluna Minori actually posted on the Discord here. Apparently Hatsumode is one of the major Japanese traditions of the new year, which is the first visit to a Buddhist temple or Shinto shrine visit of the Japanese New Year. Typically taking place on the first, second, or third day of the year, it's meant to bring fresh start to the year. So there you go. It's basically the celebration of going to your first shrine of the year. Very cool. So obviously Yoshi P wants to go somewhere that a silver ball rolls down. I don't know what that means. Maybe there's some kind of little mini game in real life where you play with balls. I have no idea. Okay, next question. Question 5. What is your most happy moments in 2024? Yoshi P says there is definitely one moment that made me the happiest in that year, but for now I cannot say it out yet. Sorry, you might be able to get the answer one day. I hope that this can be relatable for everyone else as well. Okay, that's an interesting answer. So there's something that they're hiding that happened last year. So presumably they were working on things for the future, but last year. So interesting. So let's continue. Question 6 then. Here we go. To what point have you progressed in the main storyline? Okay, Yoshi P says, by main story progress, you mean our development progress or my own private progress? If you're talking about development progress, that's patch 7.3, and we've decided the point beyond as well. Something like scenario for 8.0, as well as here and there. For my private progress, I've cleared 7.1. So if you wanted an answer, where is Yoshi P privately played up to? 7.1. So there we go. Pretty much the same progress as we have played to some degree. And they've worked all the way up till 7.3 and even have ideas for 8.0. So that's good to know. Question 7. Do we have any plans to add Glamour plate slots? Here we go. Here's the real meat of this set of questions. I don't have enough for available jobs, ... Yoshi P says, we want to add Glamour plate slots. Please wait patiently. Answer number 2. My resolution for this year is a challenge on the limits of task amount to decide on where FanFest venue is. Oh, it seems like there was kind of like a double-barreled question. What's your resolution for the new year, and do you have a plan to add Glamour plate slots? So, Glamour plate slots, confirmed. Please wait patiently. Second of all, they need to decide where FanFest is going to be. So, hopefully somewhere visitable. Hopefully not France, right? For EU. Anyway, question 8. Will we have a rework of White Mage? Okay, Yoshi P says, on your question on White Mage rework, it's hard to define what exactly a rework is. While there will be adjustments, if you're asking about what will be changed, then we're considering a lot of changes, including other jobs as well. While this will take a while, we plan to make it a reality one day. Okay, so they're thinking about it. It looks like to me that most of the reworks will come with the expansion, right? I doubt we'll have many reworks mid-expansion. I don't know, I could be wrong. Question 9. There's conversation on job adjustments and a disparity going around here. What do you think about it? Okay. Yoshi P says, for this question, it's going to be almost the same answer as the White Mage question just now. Please wait until we have a definite answer for you. Okay, all right. Well, that makes perfect sense. I mean, obviously they don't want to give anything away. We'll probably see more in the live letter. Question 10. What did you have for today? As in their food. Yoshi P said, I had chocolate from Base Food today, which apparently is a Japanese food company. Currently, I'm having Yamazaki Highball bought from a convenience store, which is apparently whiskey. It's a type of whiskey, a single malt whiskey served highball style. Okay, so he's drinking whiskey whilst basically celebrating the new year. That's basically the context for this question. And the next question, which is more related to the game, question 11, is there a theme for the new Deep Dungeon still in consideration? Yoshi P says we are currently developing the latest Deep Dungeon. By the way, while we have the Deep Dungeon, preparations for a new variant dungeon are also underway. So we can expect to hear some information, hopefully 7.2 something, that series could get, or 7.3, hopefully we get a Deep Dungeon. I do like my Deep Dungeons. They're a lot of fun, quite rewarding, lots of stuff to get. Question 12 is, have you decided what to do for levels beyond level 100? Yoshi P says we have, in a way, decided what will happen beyond level 100, but we cannot divulge it for now. Please look forward to it. So let's hope they're not going down the route that they originally talked about, kind of spitballed around. I don't know if you remember this. A long time ago, they talked about the idea of having attribute points instead of levels. So we'll see if that's the direction they go or if they continue with levels. Personally, I hope they do levels. Because the other system might be quite difficult to balance in a game that's already quite difficult to balance. But let me know what you think. Next, we have question 13. Are upper adjustments on Black Mage under consideration? Yoshi P says there will be buff adjustments for Black Mage. We were too careful about this job. Sorry. So there you go. If you're wondering what they're going to do with Black Mage, they're buffing it. They're apologizing about Black Mage. It seems that they're aware of Black Mage. Okay, fair enough. Question 14. How many cigarettes do you smoke per day? Yoshi P says, I think the amount has dropped considerably. Now 30 cigarettes per day, I guess. Yeah, so there you go. If you wanted insider information on how many cigarettes Yoshi P smoked, I guess. Next, I guess. Question 15. Can you make it so that we can preview hairstyle catalogs during character creation? Thank you. Whoever asked this, you're a legend. Yoshi P says the addition on character hairstyle catalogs in character creation will be relayed to the UI team. Round of applause for that person, bringing up a fantastic point. The availability to preview hairstyles would make so much more sense rather than having to recustomize your character with a Fantasia, log into the game, go to the esthetician, see what works, what doesn't, log back out of the game, change your race or whatever, and then go back into the game. It would make a lot more sense. Even if you didn't own it, just the availability to view it, to see what it looks like on your character would be amazing, including in the game as well. I think personally we should be able to right-click or sub-command hairstyles like the modern aesthetics on a market board and preview it in the window like we do with weapons and armor. I think that would be really cool. So apparently they're going to pass that on to the UI team. Very, very cool stuff. Very happy about that. Question 16, do you smoke e-cigarettes? Are you for it? Yoshi P says, if you include moving around plus traveling overseas, I have no choice but to go with both cigs and e-cigs. Yeah, so there are some places that ban smoking, don't they? So obviously Yoshi P has to fit in where he can. But yeah. And then question 17, how many do you get for a bonus? For basically, how much does he get for a bonus? A lot of these questions seem a little bit sort of personal. Yoshi P says, no winter bonus since my salary type is annual salary system, lol. Depending on how much sales have reached for CS3, I might receive something. No definite answer, lol, that's all. Okay, so those are all of the questions. And Yoshi P said, thank you very much, basically, for the organizers eventing the meetup every year, and wishes people the best of New Year's. And obviously there'll be more permanent pieces of information in a more prominent manner coming to you via live letters in the future. And that's it. And then Yoshi P logged off the server on Chocobo Data Center. So whilst there was a lot of fluff there, quite honestly, and a lot of personal questions that probably I didn't need the answers to, it is cool to hear that we are definitely getting glamour plates. So you can all, all the glamour people out there, including myself, we can sit down, realize that we're getting more of those. Thank goodness. They are working more on that. And Black Mage is getting a buff. Really cool to hear. Job adjustments, obviously, White Mage, everything. It's all going to be changed. I would expect potency buffs rather than reworks, though, mid-expansion. And then hopefully they can take on board what they've learned from the feedback from this expansion and make a good 8.0. And I am terrified of what they're going to do past level 100. I would prefer if they just did levels, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to do something new and wild, and it'll either work or it'll be interesting and maybe work. But yeah, glamour plates, good to hear, and the ability to preview hairstyles might be coming to you in the near future. Very good. So some good tidbits from this. I thought we'd do this video. We normally talk about all of the news and stuff. I somehow missed this one, but to be fair, I was celebrating New Year myself. And of course, if there's any other interviews or tidbits, I'll be obviously posting videos on those. Thank you so much for watching. A link to this article on livedoor.japan on this blog will be in the description. Bear in mind it is in Japanese. I have Google translated this. And then we're using the official translation from the Final Fantasy XIV unofficial subreddit Discord, which will also be linked in the description. Go give it some love. Big shout out to Elena Minori and the rest of the team over there that translate and tirelessly post all of this info for our pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. More videos on the way. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.